Howdy y'all, welcome back to another edition of Saint Riot on the internet, plays Elden Ring, PvP, does invasions, takes what happens in the invasion, records it, and then turns it into a video for you to watch so that you can see it also, and that it's, here for you to like and subscribe forever. And that's what we do. And today, I've got some invasions for you that you will not believe. They'll make you lose your mind. Okay, you're gonna really take both your hands. Okay, palms face up towards your face, and you're gonna cover your eyes, and you're gonna start shrieking in an inhuman tongue, and pull your entire face off when you see what I've got for you today. We've got a little bit of the Barbaric roar on the straight sword. Got the combo build, got the lightning sword in the water, got the whole shaboing loin, and it's popping. It's going off right now. Got the lightning traps, dropping them on top of people. Got the blue running around. Got the trying to kill the sludge men and the sludge women and the sludge children. They've got the serpent bone katana. That's an interesting one. They've got the, I'm assuming that's probably a light roll, I don't know. But I'll tell you what, one thing they don't have, and that's the ability to withstand the hyper armor of a straight sword with Barbaric Roar. It's just so funny to me that you can have hyper armor on a straight sword now. And I say now as if this is something new. It's not. It's just something new to me. And really, what is newness? It's a way that we all experience something for the first time, right? And so when I say now, when I say that we can have it now, what I mean is now I can have it, now I know about it. And as my perception of the world is tied to my own experience, that's what obviously is going to weigh the most on my mind, right? Now that doesn't mean that I should not take into consideration, not weigh equally as heavy the first experience of other people and how they experience newness and now, how they experience this very moment. That's something that you have to take into consideration in your dealings with people. But when you yourself are just sitting there thinking about, you're internalizing what's happening, what happened today, what happened right now. That's your experience, right? And so that's just how it is. And Elden Ring PvP teaches us that if you yell, you can, yell on top of a lightning trap, and it will absolutely do some wonky damage. Also, Bloody Slash will do some wonky damage. And if you've got that twin blade with the wonky damage coming out, you've got to go. You've got to go. We're going to the Catfish house. Get in. Come on, get in my Chevy Silverado. And let's drive on down to the Catfish house on Saturday. I'm going to wear a flannel shirt. We're going to get those fried green beans. We're going to get that cornbread. We're going to get that all-you-can-eat catfish, hush puppies, coleslaw, them white beans with the pickled pepper relish, that jelly, that goes with the cornbread. And we're just going to make a whole dang Saturday night out of it. We're going to run into all of our old friends are there. We're going to see other families, who are out doing their thing. Everybody's dressed up because it's a Saturday night. Everybody's happy to see everybody else. Really just get into this Catfish house with our community. Alright, and now they've finally decided to come down, and boom, we are in a spiked, trapped floor hell. Boom, just like that. Boom, just like that. And that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Boom, just like that. Sometimes you're sitting in that dining room of the Catfish house, and the floor just jettisons up straight into spikes, killing everyone. It's been known to happen. It's not impossible. Alright? It's just something you got to be aware of whenever you go out to the Catfish house on a Saturday night. Don't let that stop you from going, obviously. you know? But just be aware. Maybe wear a helmet when you go to the Catfish house. Sometimes, you know, when I'm invading these dungeons, I'll hop on these little fellas right here, and I'll take a ride. You know what I'm saying? I'll really just get on here, and I'll just ride this thing up and down. And I like this. You know? It's nice. Now, one thing that you do have to take into consideration is, like, how smooth is your host's connection to you. Because the smoother their connection, the smoother this ride will be. And, you know, you will start to notice that your character moves a little bit. You'll lose, like, a little bit of ground as you ride on the chariot. This is one of those things that really, I think, is kind of a testament to how much better Elden Ring's netcode is. Like, imagine if you tried to do something like this in Dark Souls 3. You'd fall off this chariot every time. You know? And you can pretty reliably ride this chariot here in Elden Ring. And it's pretty crazy. Sometimes I get on it and it does, you know, it'll just it's in one location and it looks like I'm in the same location, and then the network resolves and it tells me that neither of us are where we thought we were, and we both just lose it. I went for the stomp right there. I thought, well, that might get him, but it didn't. I'll tell you what might have got him is Horalu's Earthshaker. Horalu's Earthshaker is a little bit of a bigger yell, but I'll tell you right now, that ballista right there, that'll get you every time. As long as you know where to put it. As long as you know where to put the shot. And I know where to put the shot. I've been putting it in my arm ever since they told me I have type 2 diabetes. I don't have that, but if I did, I would have to take insulin shots. You don't take them in your arm, though. You take them in your belly. You know, you got to take the diabetic insulin shot. I think it goes in your belly. Actually, I'm pretty sure, unless they've maybe got some new diabetic medicines that I'm unaware of. Just really stomped on the ground. Just stomped on the ground again. I keep stomping and yelling. I'm like a child in a Toys R Us throwing a tantrum because my mama won't buy me a trampoline. And that's one of those things that you probably, you know, if you're a little younger than me, even just a little bit, that's an experience you'll never have because they don't have Toys R Us anymore. They got rid of it. Toys R Us, their mascot was a giraffe. But when I was a real little kid, I feel like it might have been something else. But it's a half-remembered dream. And so all I can see is that giraffe. But they did away with Toys R Us. But man, they had it all. They had bikes, they had trampolines, action figures, dolls, video games, video game consoles, you know, costumes and stuff like that. And that's one of those things I'll never forget. I'll never forget the experience of going to Toys R Us. But here's another experience that we can never forget, and that's the return to Ganker Island, right? Sometimes you just wind up in Ganker Island. When you're an invader, this is where you go to burn off bad karma. You know, you go to Ganker Island with dual Reduvias and a Carrion Slicer guy. And, you know, they're just... They just watched a YouTube video talking about how good these things were, and now they're here and they want to see how good it is. And to them, a win's a win. You know, it doesn't matter that if that they 2 versus 1. You know, they don't care about that. That's not anything that matters to them. All that matters to them is that you know, these things did kill other players like they said they would. And that's what gets people into PvP in a lot of these situations, is just the idea that you could kill another player. Not any sort of like expression of skill or anything like that. They just want to, you know, have the number that the YouTube man told them to have, and then they kill the other player. And that's you know, that's a thing. It is what it is, right? Everybody is like that, I think, at some point. You know, surely, as a younger person, you know, this is exactly how I would have been, probably. You know, it's one of those things. But and not to excuse the behavior or whatever, but what I'm getting at is, I'm gonna kill you. And that's what I do. With Barbaric Roar Straight Sword, you know? Look at that combo. It just keeps popping off. It just keeps popping off. That's, you know, one of my favorite... It's one of my favorite Russians of all time. Is just keep popping off. And I'll never stop. I'll never stop. So you keep watching these videos and like and subscribe, and I'll be back next time. Later, y'all.